Welcome in, everybody, to the Craft Beer Republic. Thanks for drinking. Thanks for joining. I am Greg, and that is the hardest football fan I've ever known. That's Flexi. What's up, big fella?
This is a big night for me.
Big night.
Good big night. It was a long night.
Hard night. Long, hard, and fun.
Real good night.
Yeah. Ugh, good stuff.
How are you though? I never asked how you're doing.
Well, thanks. I'm all right. I'm still recovering. Could be it makes me want to like pick up a Coke habit every now and then, but other than that, doing all right.
And let me correct myself. I'm sorry. I hate when I say your because I meant your. Because your isn't a word and your is. And I'm not like a grammar snob because I still don't understand the English language fully.
You're sort of a grammar snob.
But I mean, you know, the basics.
You have a your shirt, right? Or something like that?
I mean, that got ripped up in the mosh pit, so it's in the garbage. But I did have a your YOU''RE shirt.
I like it. Then nothing kills me more than people use the wrong your.
The your, the theirs.
Yeah.
What's the other? There's one more that really gets me, and I can't think of it right now.
There's one that gets my wife that I can't think of, but I like to say it just pisses her off.
When people still text and they use the letter R instead of the word R and the letter U instead of the word U.
Yeah, look, we're not on the little fucking 9-key keyboards anymore.
Right.
Spell the whole word out.
Also, learn your forms of two.
Yes. You know who's really bad? It's my mom.
Oh, man, I thought you were going to say Shannon.
Oh, no. Shannon, her and I are very similar on our grammar Nazi-ness. My mom is horrendous. I think part of it is she uses like the speech to text, but I'm pretty sure Siri fucking hates her at this point. And I'll get these messages, and sometimes I just respond, "Have you been drinking?"
You just have to try and decipher them.
Yeah, it is
my dad
impossible. When we were in Portugal, my mom texted me a question about Portugal, asked me to find out what the answer was, and I just responded with back with, "Have you been drinking?" Because I had no idea what her question was. Then, like 2 days later, she responded to her own message and was like, "Don't worry, I Googled it and found the answer." I'm like, it's a good fucking thing because I don't even know what you asked me.
That's like my dad. He'll do the talk to text, but it'll all come out in like one run-on sentence.
Yeah.
And then like he'll even say laugh out loud. And then it will like spell laugh out loud, not LOL. It's the fucking best.
I love when talk to text doesn't quite catch on and you're reading it and then it just says like spelt out exclamation point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still don't understand how talk to text does like
figures
proper. Yeah. Like the punctuation. Yeah.
Yeah. I usually give
Words
it punctuation. Yeah. I'll just be like, "Hi, comma, what is happening tonight? Question mark. I would love to get some beers, exclamation." Like I'll sit there and sound like an idiot and say it all.
So does it actually work like that?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I mean, that's how I do it. Like I say all the proper quote in quotes proper, grammar things.
I feel like I do that and it just says question mark.
Oh, really? With exclamation, there's like exclamation point and exclamation mark. One's wrong. I think mark is wrong, right? Or point is, I don't remember. Anyways, one of them, when you say it, it spells it out, and the other one, it does the right thing.
Isn't it? Is it an exclamation point or an exclamation mark?
I think it's point.
And it's a question mark.
Yeah, I think so.
Good thing it's not a grammar show. Thank
you. Beat me to it. Not a grammar show. So we'll move on. But we're not going to move on from following us on the socials at Craft Beer Republic and at FlexMeBeer _ in between. If you ever want to call us, it's 805-538-BEER 2337. Shout out to Hotlanta for being our top listening city last week. Yeah, what up, Hotlanta? Thanks for checking in.
Is from maybe.
It's where the players play.
That's what I hear.
Yeah, that's what Luda. Also, Luda, one of my top 5 favorite rappers of all time.
Big beats hit streets, see gangsters roaming.
If anybody says anything about 22, I immediately just go, "I can't lose to 22s, bitch. That's what's up."
I love that song.
So good. All of his shit. So good. Anywho, not a ludicrous show.
Well,
ludicrous libation.
Okay, I like that.
All right, we'll see. Anyways, let's mix things up a bit. We're both looking a little sober. Why don't we ask some questions? See what you're drinking over there.
Oh, wow.
In a world where craft beer is king, a world where muscles are bigger than growlers, only one tongue can guide us. One man, one tongue, one tongue jobber. In this
licking
world,
the microphone.
we must find out what is Flex drinking.
Lick it like a lollipop.
All right, so tonight I'm drinking a beer from Lion's Tail Brewing Company. And I went out on a limb on this one.
Okay.
I like these guys. I do. I can't say I don't, because I do.
Yeah, you've had them on the show before.
Had them on the show before. I buy their stuff, every now and then. But their IPAs, most notably, they are very big on naming them juicy, hazy, and not following suit. Right? So I did see them post this beer. I thought, wow, that looks really good. So I bought it, Greg. So this is Juice Shark.
Okay.
It is in the name, Juice.
Right. Not haze. It's not a haze shark.
Not haze. It says it is a New England IPA, 6.6% ABV, and their can art. It's got their lion logo, and it's always got a little bubble, and it works. What I do like about it is they have this
messy for me
on this backside. It's a little bit. It works, but on the backside of the can, it's similar to Drecker, where it has the malts they use, the hops they use. So they use pale Pilsner, wheat, and oats in this. And then the hops are Citra. And then get this one, Greg. It's like a coordinates.
Got it.
248-05.
That's a hop?
Or maybe it's 24B. Yeah. 24B-05. But you can understand a B and an 8 looking similar.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then they also have another line of information for inspiration. And it says, you're going to need a bigger boat.
Did they use the right your?
They did. I was waiting for you to ask. It is YOU''RE.
Glad to hear it.
And then they have this little, it's like this little attribute chart.
Oh, yeah. A little flavor chart.
Yeah. So it shows like tropical, juicy, hazy, dry, dank, citrus. So this one has hazy to the max, juicy to the max, tropical to almost the max. This shouldn't be a dry beer. It shouldn't be very dank, and it shouldn't be very citrusy.
They call those spider charts. Is that right?
I don't know, dude. You're way techier than I am. So Untapped has this. So again, this is a newer beer. 246 check-ins on Untapped. A collective 3.9, which isn't terrible.
No.
That's a pretty solid rating. It says brewed to minimize bitterness and maximize juicy hop flavors from Citra and experimental 24B-05 hops. Big doses of oats and wheat deliver fluffy mouthfeel and leave a lovely haze. Notes of watermelon hard candy, ripe berry, and citrus fruit. You're gonna need a bigger boat. That's what it says. So, on the schnoz, let's look for watermelon, berry, and citrus.
Okay. I'm looking.
I do get a little fresh berry mixed with citrus on the nose. A little bit dank. And then now there's some watermelon coming through. Okay. That's interesting.
All right.
And it is like a watermelon Jolly Rancher. That's kind of crazy.
Obviously the best flavor of Jolly Ranchers.
I disagree, but let me get the tongue jobber warmed up.
Ooh.
Okay, so they were right. They minimized the bitterness. There is no bitterness. The juice is not maximized. The flavor is minimal, but it is very minimal watermelon and berry that's coming through on here. I'm going to get another sip.
Yeah, go back in for more research.
I repeat, there's no bitterness. And the juice is not maximized, but those flavors are there, and it's minimal, but this works. And like for a 6.6% IPA, it is hazy. Here, I will show you this too as well.
Can confirm.
It is a hazy beer. A 3.9. This is solid. I would not turn this down. I would order this at a brewery. I would drink it if somebody bought it for me.
Okay.
But the maximize of the juice, I wouldn't put that on there on the label. Here's my biggest beef with these guys. I'm going to put this out here.
Let's hear it.
All of their IPAs that they usually come out with are like super duper malt forward. So you have to understand,
like real old school.
I am on, well, even when they're like juicy, hazy New England, they claim they're just always very malty. I am beside myself right now drinking this. That is a flavorful, an actual New England IPA, as it says.
And do you miss the dank at all? The bitterness, I should say.
Not on this.
Okay.
Not when they say that they minimized it. Like, that's what I'm expecting.
Right.
So if I got some and they said they minimized it, I would say, well, you should probably figure out what you're doing and then fix it. But this is, this one is, it is a solid offering.
All right.
It's not exquisite. It's not phenomenal. It's not great, but it is a solid offering.
Would drink again.
100% would drink again. Maybe like a 3.75 on Untapped. Maybe I'd give it.
Okay.
Which isn't, again, not terrible.
Right. But 4 is pretty high marks.
I definitely wouldn't give this a 4.
Okay. That's fair. Not to be that guy who talks about his vacation for like the next 6 months or anything like that.
You went on vacation?
You know, my sister got married.
Did you know your sister's pregnant?
I'm sorry, what now?
I didn't even know she was married. And then
she's gonna have some bastard kid. She's not even married.
Pregnant? What is it, like the Big Show? Is she gonna give birth to not a wrestling show?
Well, okay. Yeah, I heard. Turns out she's pregnant or something.
Apparently.
Yeah, slut.
I didn't even know she was married. Yeah.
Yeah, one at a time. What was it? Oh, not to be the vacation guy for the rest of my life or anything, but I had that issue with most of the IPAs I had in Portugal. Real malty, real here's your loaf of bread with your IPA kind of thing. And
not very great.
Just not for me. They really were a little bit weird on all the style, like the lagers and pilsners I had over there. For the most part, had like a real like funk to it, sort of like a farmhouse funk.
Interesting.
And it's like, especially the lager. It's like, this just says lager. Give me a nice, clean, I'm thinking German style lager.
I wonder why that is. Like, what's going on with the brewing process?
I don't know. It's like, I don't need your fucking sweat socks in my lager. Like,
unless it's just not very clean.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe their water is not the best or something.
Water is a big deal when it comes to brewing.
I did. This is going to make me sound so American. I did Google, like, can Americans drink the water in Portugal? Yeah. You go to Mexico, you don't drink the water, right?
That's well known.
Yeah. So I just wanted to confirm. And first of all, for anybody wondering, you totally can. It's safe, meets all the standards of some European something. But they did say, like,
so scientific,
right? Yeah. It's got a pH level of your mom. They did say that it's not the tastiest water, and it tasted whatever. It didn't taste bad. Local water out here tastes like shit. So it's like, compared to at home, this isn't that bad. But that being said, that might be why their beers have a funk to them or something.
It's either Santa Monica or Santa Clara that has the best tap water rated in the world, by the way.
Really?
In California, yes.
Huh. I've some of my favorite California tap water.
Google it right now.
Is I'm gonna do is Mammoth. Mammoth has great tap water. Comes, it's fucking snow runoff.
Sounds delicious.
Yeah. This is not a tap water show, but this is an article. Apparently San Francisco gets their water from Yosemite, so it tastes really good. Here's from this year. Santa Ana tap water named world's best with 3rd gold medal at Berkeley Springs International Water Tasting. I have a location in Santa Monica or Santa Ana, so I should drink the water next time I'm down there. Apparently,
I was close. It was a Santa.
Yeah, there's half the cities in California are Santas, so it gets confusing.
There's a Santa Claus, Indiana, or something like that, or Santa, Indiana.
I don't know, Zach.
It's like a whole it's like a whole Christmas themed town. Like I'm telling you, like they have it.
Not unlike Dildo Canada.
Yeah, no, yeah. It's like if Dildo was Christmas, like that's
how great would it be if the light posts and everything in Dildo Canada were phallic dildos? Yeah, just fake dicks with light bulbs.
Yeah, I was telling somebody at work about that place, and they're like, "That's not real." I said, "No, it's a real place." And I Google mapped Dildo Canada, and it fucking came up.
You can show them Dildo Brewing. I mean,
well, that's what I was. So that's how the conversation started. I was telling them all about the Dildo Stout or Stout Dildo, and all the other obnoxious names that they come out with that they just play off of. And
I wish they'd take it like a step further, where like the Dildo Stout would be like come get a big dark dildo or something like that. It's too far maybe.
It's kind of Vince McMahon-y.
Ooh, sorry, that's gross. I'll see myself out.
Yeah, not a Vince McMahon show.
Nope. I am surprised Deb hasn't moved to Dildo Canada yet, though.
She's more about the real dicks.
That's true.
Fake dicks.
That's true.
So,
all right, this feels like a good point to move on. Stop talking about dicks, real or fake. Hey, can I complain about some beer?
Please.
Okay. Went to
what kind of beer is it?
Gross beer. Went to Lazy Dog. You guys have Lazy Dog restaurants out there?
No.
Okay. It's kind of like a BJ's type of place.
Sign me up.
The restaurant, not the.
No, then never mind.
Not the 38 seconds of pleasure. Food and beer, and they have like a craft beer club, and they have, I forget who it is nowadays. Like Melvin Brewing, I think, does like their beer club beers or something like that, and they also will bring in other breweries to do like special one-offs. Like a few months ago, Monica over at Pedals did a collaboration with Lazy Dog. It was in all their restaurants. And anyways, so that part of it's cool. They cater to people with dogs. They have like a dog menu. If you have dogs, you can sit outside.
That didn't even cross my mind. I'm going to tell you that.
First of all, we never buy Marty. It's like, I'm not paying $10 for a fucking chicken breast and rice. Asshole. Enjoy your kibble. Also, he can't eat that shit. It'll make him sick. But God dang it. His food's so goddamn. I wish it was like $10. Anyways, went there, had a little dinner, had some beverages. One of their core beers is an IPA. It's called Huckleberry Haze. And that's all it said.
Okay.
And it was an IPA and, the ABV. So I thought, all right, I will take a Huckleberry Haze. I thought it was just a cute alliteration, a little play on words. All right, well, apparently it's fruited. Did not say it was a fruited IPA. And it tastes like a fucking Flintstone vitamin.
Ooh, what color?
the gross red raspberry one.
Oh, I was a big fan of the orange and the purple.
All right. Well, whatever the worst Flintstone vitamin is exactly what it tastes like.
Man, sometimes I would eat 2 Flintstone vitamins in the morning. I love them fucking things. Maybe I need a Huckleberry IPA.
Maybe you do. Because I got that thing and I smelt it. I was like, oh, this isn't promising. And then I tasted it and I was like, this. I fucking plugged and chugged. It was so great. I handed it to Shannon. I said, hey, correct me if I'm wrong. Is this a Flintstone vitamin? And she agreed with me. And then I plugged and chugged because it was so gross.
Yeah, no joke. I sometimes used to sneak a Flintstone vitamin before my mom would get downstairs. And then she would come downstairs and give us all a vitamin. So that I would get 2. And I love them so much. I love the way they taste. I love everything about them.
By the way, that story was from a week ago. It's not from when he was a kid. Oh, dear.
That's pretty accurate.
but anyway, so all this to say, fuck you, Lazy Dog. If you're going to have a fruited IPA, put next to it that it's like fruited or, supposed to taste like huckleberry or something.
I'll agree to that.
Because it was fucking disgusting. The other thing, and this is not Lazy Dog, this is a brewery. They put World Famous next to one of their beers. I can confirm with you it's not World Famous. You can't just put World Famous next to it. Should we start calling ourselves the World Famous Craft Beer Republic? And just see if it catches on?
You know what's world famous? Like Budweiser. I would say that's pretty world famous.
Yeah. I mean, we are popular in Finland.
John Travolta. I'd say that's pretty world famous.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Lazy Dog beer.
Eh,
I haven't heard of him in Wisconsin.
right, not world famous.
No.
Apparently not even U.S. famous.
Yeah, but that's my point.
Yeah,
Can't go world if you can't complete the whole U.S.
right, exactly. So anyways, this is not Lazy Dog, but is at a brewery. It's like, they're world famous, blah, 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 IPA. I was like, what?
Wait, it was just at a random brewery?
Yeah.
Oh, that's even more obnoxious.
Yeah. Yeah, it was world famous, and it was one of their beers. I was like, that's not how that works, homeboy. Like, you don't just slap world famous on there and so it becomes.
Right. Like, it's got to be pretty renowned.
Yeah.
Worldly renowned.
World renowned. There you go.
And if
Otherwise,
it's not, then you're a liar.
yeah, I wouldn't even say it's local famous. So anyways, stop putting world famous next to shit. Doesn't mean it's world famous. Unless we're the world famous craft beer republic.
So, Finnish famous.
Right. A little bit of South Korea.
European famous.
Yeah, barely. Like a small section of Europe.
Romania.
Yeah. Start calling it the world famous tongue jobber.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why that can't play out.
Sure. We should make a shirt just says world famous tongue jobber. Nothing else.
I wonder how that would do.
About as well as all of our other shirts.
And then get another shirt that says Zungenjobber.
Translate world famous into German. World famous Zungenjobber.
Just put a V instead of a W.
Doesn't that just make it German?
I'm pretty positive.
Yeah, well, we've offended all 2 German listeners. So
Change the W to a V and the O to a U, and it works out.
yeah, put like an umlaut somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the only German word I know.
Yeah. Umlaut.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guten Tag.
Yeah.
I know how to say beer in German. Beer.
Beer?
Yeah. Got that far.
Beer.
Beer, yeah. All right, let's move on to some things. You know what? I'm feeling a little thirsty over here.
Yeah, are you thirsty?
I am quite thirsty.
You look thirsty. You sound thirsty.
I can hear it in my voice. It's a little scratchy.
It's a little vacation-y.
Yeah, let's make a call.
He calls to the bullpen for
beer.
Yes, he does. All right, I am drinking Highland Park Brewery's Wowee Hazy IPA. Wowee.
Wowee. What a can.
Right? A lot of colors and things happening. 7.3%, a 406 on Untappd.
Random ass ABV, by the way.
7.3, yeah.
Yes.
With over 1,300 ratings. It says Hazy IPA hopped with 100% Nelson Sauvin hops.
Nice.
I knew you'd get hard over that one. A hazy beer that bursts with aromas of gooseberry.
I can smell the gooseberries. I was just going to say the gooseberries taste like gooseberries.
Tropical fruits.
And the white wine and the white grape or whatever. Oh, man, Nelson.
Because you got that fresh box of Kleenex with you.
Give me all the Nelson.
The schnoz, I'm really picking up the grape. It's a very light smell altogether, but what I do get is that grape, that white wine grape smell.
Heck yeah.
On the Zungenjobber,
I can tell you what, when you taste something and you're not sure what it is, that is the gooseberry.
Then I'm getting a little bit of gooseberry. More of that grape, that white wine grape.
Okay.
And pretty soft mouthfeel. Certainly does not drink like it's over 7%. Feels real light. A little effervescence in there. I will say, not always a fan of the Highland Park beers. I've had a few. They've been, probably 50-50 hit and miss. But this one I'm actually enjoying. I believe this one came to me from Not Murderer John.
Okay. I hear he hasn't murdered anybody.
At this point, still holds up to the name.
Well, it's unreal.
Yeah. Which I'm
what
glad
a
about.
streak,
He's really put one together there for
Still
himself,
out there not murdering people.
Right.
Shit's
good
wild.
on him. Yeah, good on him. So yeah, good time.
Keep it up.
Yeah. Keep that streak alive, please. For me especially.
If you meet again,
Right, exactly. So All right, let's get a little news going before we get out of here. The Brewers Association reports that the Midwest area has recorded production declines across all classes of beer. Overall craft volume declined 1% in 2023. The first year output was down other than 2020.
Can I interrupt you for a second?
Yes.
You just reminded me of something when you said the Midwest. And I meant to get on this after my St. Louis trip back in July. My memory is just so bad.
I feel that.
St. Louis is considered a Midwest state. Let me just put this out here.
Well, the whole city is considered a state, or
Missouri. I'm sorry. Missouri is considered a Midwest state.
I had to.
You got me. 2 out of every 3 people has like a Southern accent. How is that a Midwest state?
That is weird.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, if everyone's walking around with Southern accents.
Kills me.
Yeah.
It's like the most non-Midwest state.
And it's, it's low middle. Let me pull up a map here.
I mean, it's
pretty middle.
It's like the shirt of the soldier, that runs down the middle of the country. It's like Minnesota, Iowa, Missouri.
Yeah.
What is it? What's under that? Is it
Arkansas?
Alabama? Arkansas, and then Louisiana?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, like, it is a state above Arkansas.
Yeah, it's pretty Midwest in location.
Well, it's pretty mid,
yeah. Well, that's the other thing. First of all, the Midwest thing is so dumb.
I don't even know how it got that name.
I don't know. Because look, we're the West. It's California, West. I'd say West, you could stretch into like Utah kind of thing. Maybe even Colorado.
I was thinking Colorado.
All right. I mean, Colorado's fairly middle of the country. But all right, we'll give it Colorado. Then you have the Midwest after that. Why isn't that the mid? Why is it the Midwest? You don't have a Mideast?
I don't know where that derived from. I really don't.
It's fucking dumb.
But I tell you what, we really own it here in Wisconsin.
Oh, I know. And I'm not mad at the Midwest persona or lifestyle or whatever. It's just the name is really dumb.
It's definitely a lifestyle. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
It really is.
But it should just be the mid, not the Midwest.
I don't know. Or like the North. Like we should at least be like the North.
Mid-North?
Mid-North?
That would make more sense.
It would make so much more sense.
Yeah. Maybe it should be left to right. So mid. And then up and down. North, south, whatever. So like we would be Southwest in California. Why is New Mexico the Southwest?
Yeah.
It's barely west. It's pretty middle.
Isn't it like bottom of the...
Yeah. It's south, correct. It shouldn't be like south mid.
Oh, but it's pretty west.
Yeah.
I'll disagree with you on that one.
Okay. Or mid south. I don't know.
You know what still sucks though?
What's that?
Alabama.
Yeah, absolutely. Roll Tide. Hey, you know what? Not a map show.
Not.
Yes. So
but,
anyways.
We put it out there.
Yeah. We got to learn you something. So hey, Midwest.
Do you say soda or do you say pop?
Or soda.
Okay.
What do you say pop, right?
No, so Wisconsin says soda. All the surrounding Midwest states are like pop.
Oh, I had never even heard pop until I was like a teenager. I was like, wait, somebody said pop. I was like, what is that? Like Pop Rocks?
That blows my mind.
Like, like a Coke. I was like, soda?
Do you say drinking fountain?
Versus water fountain?
Yeah.
I think they're a little interchangeable.
Well, trick question. Cause we call them bubblers here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
that a bubbler is a device for smoking weed.
Yep. No, it's what you drink out of.
No, it's
publicly.
What I smoke weed out of.
I've never heard of that.
It's like a bong and a pipe mixed together. It's like a small, tiny little bong. It's got a little bit of water in it. I mean,
cool.
small little.
It's kind of cool.
I haven't used one since high school, but yeah. I mean, I've never used one.
Not a bubbler show.
Right. Here we go. In a story of what and why, June Shine adds June Shine kombucha, hard kombucha.
Oh, gross. That's why I don't know it.
Well, hard kombucha brand adds a line of non-alcoholic kombucha to their profile. Doesn't that just make it kombucha?
That just makes it kombucha.
You're right. Oh, fuck.
Which usually, if I'm not mistaken, on the label always has a less than 1% alcohol.
Oh, really?
On the label? I believe
there's some amount of fermentation that happens.
Right. Like it has to have that.
Oh, that makes a little bit of sense.
Kind of.
But NA kombucha sure doesn't. That's fucking kombucha.
Dumb as fuck. Yeah, that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
Molson Coors is going to launch a trio of 8%
Hey,
ABV.
I bought some non-alcoholic milk at the store today. Oh, did you just get regular milk? No, this is non-alcoholic milk.
It was NA. Hey, I picked up some NA pop.
Gross.
Along with some NA Dasani water.
Gross. Don't say pop.
It felt weird saying it, I'll be honest. Yeah. Might be the first time.
It felt gross. It made me throw up.
NA soda. Molson Coors to launch a trio of 8% ABV singles for convenience stores. The company unveiled a trio of 8% ABV brands playing off of the brand equity of its craft and flavored alcoholic beverages. Blue Moon Extra,
gross.
Simply Spiked Bold,
gross.
And Topo Chico Max.
Oh, okay.
Had you with that one, huh?
I do like the Topo Margs.
Yeah. That's it.
Vanessa got fucked on those.
Yeah, she did.
Vanessa.
Hi, Vanessa.
I believe she said she passed out in her pool.
Yeah, something like that.
Yep.
Yeah, good times. I haven't been drunk like that in a long time.
Same.
USPS. They have reintroduced a Shipping Equity Act, and they're trying to change the law so we can ship beer. They did this like a year ago. We talked about it. And it just never went anywhere. They tried it a couple years before that, and it got turned down in Congress. So it's being brought back to the legislation. Let's fucking do it, guys.
So I know I've talked about this a couple of years ago. So when you send beer, I don't know what you ever send beer through. Is it post office or USPS or I'm sorry, UPS or?
I don't send beer, but if I were to, it would probably be UPS.
Okay. So when you take a package to the USPS and you got the whole little screen thing and you're checking off everything it's not.
Oh, a little kiosk, yeah.
Right. That's the word I was looking for. They're like, are you aware you can't ship alcohol and this and that and perfume, which blew my mind that you can't ship
perfume even? Oh, because it's flammable?
And then they say, mercury comes up there. Like,
no shipping thermometers.
Can't ship mercury. And I just thought to myself,
what about Uranus?
Damn it.
Oh, did I steal your joke?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm just thinking to myself, I was just pissed because that was good. Who the fuck doesn't know that they can't ship mercury?
Right.
Like,
it must be a thermometer thing. Like people were shipping thermometers with mercury in them.
But why? Like,
I don't know.
Who needs that many thermometers?
Need to know each room of the house.
I don't know. It just blew my mind that they're like, hey, dumb shit. I hope you're not shipping mercury.
I might be.
Like it's a pretty volatile element. So
yeah. Well, anyways, this law has been around since Prohibition, and they're looking to repeal it. And it's about goddamn time.
What if it passed?
It should pass.
Well, I know. I'm just saying, what if it did?
Then people can ship booze
legally.
Now, it's not really geared at individuals who may or may not send beer to each other. But it is geared towards, like breweries being allowed to ship their own beer and that stuff.
But it would still make it legal, right?
Yeah, it doesn't mention idiots like us sending beers.
Like, I would probably ship beer way more often.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, I would.
Really?
If it was it's more of like a freak legality thing for me. Illegality, I guess.
Not that I'd ship any beer, but if I did, I would use UPS because there's no legal ramifications.
They just steal your beer.
They just steal your beer, throw it away. Oh. So they have stolen my beer before.
I know. That's why I said that.
Yeah, and kept it. And then apparently they just wanted the Enegren. They sent the rest.
That's right.
So weird. I'll never forget that.
They know.
They took an Enegren Nighthawk and they wrote on there. They even wrote that not only did it explode, but they wrote which beer exploded on like the reason for delaying or whatever. Finally sent it on its way. And when the person received it, there was no evidence of a very dark beer exploding in the box.
Maybe they repackaged it.
Maybe, and cleaned it all up. Here's the thing. I put all the beers in a Ziploc. Not that I ship beers, but if I did, I put them all in a Ziploc. I hear
this story like every 14 months.
Yeah, you get like once a year or so. And then inside of or outside of the Ziploc, I put all the Ziplocs wrapped in a trash bag. It's like the chances of a beer exploding and then leaking.
Holy shit, you put it all in a trash bag?
Yeah. So Ziplocs, then trash bag.
That's pretty genius.
I mean, not that I ship beer, but if I were to. So the chance of it exploding and then leaking to the outside are like 0 to 0. 0 to 1%. There's no way that fucking Nighthawk from here to San Diego, like I could walk it there in a day. The 3-hour drive. There's no way in that amount of time it exploded.
I don't know. I worked at FedEx for 10 months. And tell you, people don't handle packages as carefully as they should.
Oh, I'm fully aware that everything's being thrown at all times. But of all the beer packages, that's the one.
Thrown is the right word.
Spiked.
Skipped.
Yeah.
You know, you ever skip rocks on a lake or something? It's kind of like that.
Yeah. All right. That makes sense. All right. Let's end it on this one. Not all the crazy people have to live in Florida. A handcuffed Long Island man steals a patrol car after drunk driving arrest. The 37-year-old man was pulled over by state troopers around 5:30 a.m. last Friday on suspicion of driving under the influence. After failing a sobriety test, he was arrested, handcuffed, and put in the back of a police vehicle. While officers weren't looking, the man managed to slip his handcuffs to the front and free himself from the seatbelt. He climbed into the front seat of the patrol car and drove off from the scene. The car was later found about 3 miles away, while the man was then located in a nearby cemetery. He pleaded not guilty on Friday to charges that included grand larceny, criminal possession of stolen property, unauthorized use of a vehicle, and driving while intoxicated, and other charges. How do you plead not guilty to that shit? I'm sure it's on their dash cam.
I don't know. Waiting in the cemetery, being found in the cemetery. That's weird.
And some Undertaker shit.
Like maybe he's just waiting to die.
Oh wow! Took a turn.
No, super turn. Like you cranked that wheel
all the way to the left. So, anyways, fucking weird.
Soup's
weird. All right, let's wrap things up. Let's
do it.
Get on up out of here. I'm gonna hit some music. Thank you all for hanging. Thanks for listening to all that shit. Follow us on the socials at Craft Beer Republic.
We're sweepy.
So sweepy. Time for Betty Bye. And at FlexMeBeer _ in between. 805-538-BEER 2337. Mail at craftbeerrepublic.com. Don't forget craftbeerrepublic.com/algorithm. No Y in algorithm. Don't forget that either.
0 Y.
0 Ys. I think that's everything. Hope everyone is staying very well hydrated.
And on that note,
good night, everybody.